Yeah. So as I say, my grandparents were refugees in Uganda. They left Rwanda or ran away from Rwanda in 1959.
Wow. Okay.
Because of the history of our country.
Yeah.
So there was, a first, one would say genocide then. A genocide against the Tutsis.
Okay.
So our grandparents moved to Uganda.
Yes.
In 1959. So I don't know how my mom and dad, they did their thing. I'm a single child, and my dad was a single child as well. So the time I lived in SA, which was about 8 years, I is like a very common thing. You're like, my guy, right?
Okay.
So it just stuck with me in how I write. Because I write from a feeling point of like the way I express my writing. You can know if you're my guy or you're not my guy.
Okay.
So I stuck. And then
that's so interesting.
Yeah, then
and it's really like you. Like every time I see something online, I'm like, okay, that's Kwizera.
You sign off with I, yeah?
It's I. So
it's his trademark thing.
If the tweets don't have an I on them, it's my assistant.
Okay.
So I said the AI is in the room with us now.
It's like AI.
Yes.
And now there's AI.
And now there's AI. So even guys were asking me, and they're like,
do you write your tweets with AI?
Were you ahead of the curve with artificial intelligence?
Yeah.
Like,
you knew a few things.
Oh, gosh. Okay, let me just get us started because I want to just go through as many of these questions as we can with the time that we have with Arnold here. Thanks for being a fan of the show or a supporter of the show.
Fan of the Full Scale podcast.
Arnold is a friend of the show, a real proper friend of the show. So thank you for being here and for supporting us.
We're glad to have you here. You know, to have someone who knows the journey, who is excited about.
I'm glad to be there. I'll never forget the first episode. I texted Adrian. I'm like, this is what's up.
Oh, nice.
This is what's up. And remember sharing it on my socials as well. Like, man, there's something so great about saying people do great and punch above their weight or try something new. And like, I'm moving towards a journey of just trying to be positive.
Yeah.
This podcast does that. Like, the information is amazing. And you will see the numbers. Like, the first numbers may be they may dip. Then you'll see one episode, maybe it could be your episode 8th or 10th. It goes up. Then you start seeing episode 1 going up. Like,
yeah, because guys go back and they're like, what are these guys about? Yeah.
It's such fucking, guys, I swear a lot, right?
Don't worry, that's okay.
Such fucking amazing content.
Thank you.
I love the full.
We're gonna use that soundbite to advertise going forward now. So thanks.
Hey, Absa, come on to this thing. Shout out to Absa.
Oh, wonderful.
Okay. Welcome to another episode of the Full Scale Podcast. I'm your host, Adrian Twatwa. As always, I'm joined by my co-host, Timothy Mukiti. Tim, how are you doing today?
Doing all right.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Very excited today to have a very special guest. I mean, I guess he's already kind of introduced himself a little bit, but we have Arnold Kwizera in the house with us. Arnold and I go way back, as he's already alluded to. And I mean, in terms of what he's done, he's just, I don't know, you like a Renaissance man, I guess, because you've co-founded, right now you're the co-founder and CEO of ArCa Ventures, which is Rwanda's first venture studio focused on building and investing in early stage, high growth African startups. You also lead the K Financial, which is a pan-African financial media outlet. You formerly served as the CEO of Patriots Basketball Club, Rwanda's premier basketball team.
You're the first guys to ever say that formally, because we're in the season. Our playoffs are about to end. People still know me as the official CEO.
Okay, so we're breaking news.
Yeah, breaking news.
Hey, okay.
I hope we win this trophy.
Amen.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on, your CV is not done. In addition, he's also been, when he's not creating innovative platforms at Norsk in East Africa, which he used to do, he also used to anchor a show on CNBC Africa and on Royal FM. Yeah. So you've worn many hats and you've worn them well. So welcome to the podcast. We're very happy to have you here. It's a real pleasure.
Thank you.
And he's also an OB of mine. We went to school together. Yeah.
Good stuff.
Okay, let's just kick you off. Tell us, who is Arnold?
So, let me go back to the profile thing, right?
Okay.
So Edwin asked me for my profile. Guys, I never write a profile. I looked at that message. I first ignored it. I'm like, no profile. Second, I'm like, because it feels so weird talking about myself because I've always been the guy asking the question.
Exactly.
I'm usually the guy asking the question.
So now you're in the hot seat.
So I want to believe one, Pan-African. Like I really, really care for our continent. And I believe no one is coming to save us. Every generation has a role to play. Our forefathers, our grandparents or great-grandparents got us independence, right, across the continent, which is less than, 70 years? Yep. If you look at Ghana, the first country to get independence on the continent, it's less than 70 years old.
Yeah.
So meaning that generation is still alive. So then what's the role for our generation? So I come from a family whereby it had to survive. My grandparents were refugees in Uganda. They left Rwanda in 1959. The first genocide against the Tutsi happening at that time. And my mom met my dad, a South African man, my mother, Rwandan, but living in Uganda. So that mix, I believe, created me to be a Pan-African.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because I believed, going by the things that you see, even like in Rwanda, where most of my shoes are, we are led by a president who is so visionary and who fights to make sure that Rwanda is welcoming to every African. Because every African has access to Kigali without needing a passport. I remember a time when we had lots of refugees trying to cross into the Middle East. The president was seated and he was so stressed about it. He was so stressed about it. Like, you guys can't believe. He was stressed about it. Like, okay, can we be a solution to this? We're a very poor country, but it's like, can we be a solution to this? Like, okay, all Africans who are trying to go to the Middle East and have been put in those camps, let them come to Kigali, see if they want to be in Kigali, and then they can be relocated to another country. And they were given the best facilities, given full access. Like, every African coming to Rwanda, you don't need a visa. You just get it on arrival. It's 5 minutes.
You're in.
You're in. And so if you go to Kigali right now, you can see it's like a metropolitan city with Somalis, Sudanese, the Afghan girls. Remember the Afghan girls who left on literally the last flight to leave Afghanistan, and they were studying medicine and they were at a school and they needed to be taken out before the Taliban took over.
Wow.
Those girls are living in
Rwanda.
Kigali.
Wow.
Oh, nice.
Right? The president was like, okay, cool, come.
Yeah.
We'll give you facilities, right? You go to our hospitals, lots of Sudanese. When the war in Sudan started happening, came to Kigali, free visa. No one stresses them. No one asks them for or gives them an alien card or anything. They are part of the people.
Yeah.
So that drives. I think I'm a Pan-African. The long and short of it, Arnold Kwizera is a Pan-African who pushes for the economic independence of our continent.
Amazing.
Wow.
Amazing.
Wow. That's actually nice. And it's good to see, to have that perspective. And I guess your upbringing really has had a lot to create that mindset about you seeing yourself as a Pan-African. And I think we need more people like you. But now let's talk about ArCa Ventures.
Yes.
What is ArCa Ventures, and what makes it unique as Rwanda's first venture studio?
So, two things drive my decision making: passion and pain. Right? Passion being I have to love what I'm doing. Right? And God has blessed me and put me in positions where I have access to a few people, and I can turn my passion into something. The pain point being, why isn't it being done? So if I go like on X, Twitter, does anyone call it Twitter? I mean X, sorry.
They try to now. They always say X, formerly known as,
Yeah. When I go there and I complain about something, I never put out a tweet without having a solution to it. Like, if I can't be part of the solution, I'm not going to complain. Right? So I felt like our best setups, and this comes from my time at Norskin, I work in 5-year plans. So it's, what am I going to be 5 years from today? A few years back, I was like, I need to have a venture fund. I didn't know how I was going about it. So then Norskin came to Kigali, Nohin for the Swedes. And man, speaking stuff into existence. And then they reached out to me. And like, could you be part of this team?
Okay.
Like, you know what? Why not?
Yeah.
And as I'm there, we are the startup hub. I'm dealing with entrepreneurs. And it's part of the journey. And I'd been in the startup ecosystem for about 7-8 years then. I was in and out. I talked to the founders. I help founders raise money. Like, okay, now I'm in this position.
Yeah.
How do I ensure that there's more capital for Africans?
Yeah.
So I remember I reached out to my boss then and I told him, can we start something called Founders Fridays? And that time I had been in Nairobi at CC Hub. And I felt we need a place where founders can meet, talk to each other, but also it will bring investors together.
Yeah.
And because media is expensive, guys. Look, you guys pay for this stuff. Media is expensive.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
But people are not going to invest in who they don't know. We're still in the tradition sense of that building should have Timothy written on it. Or that's like something tangible. Land is what people look at as the major asset on the continent, right?
Yep.
So how do we ensure that people can put money into our greatest entrepreneurs? Because our greatest entrepreneurs are going to solve the challenges that we face.
Absolutely.
There's no silver bullet. We love to use this word leapfrog. My guy. Someone has to build those bridges.
Yeah.
So I felt okay, we need to do Founders Fridays. So the first 2 Founders Fridays, I actually paid for them from my pocket to pay for the drinks, DJ, blah, blah, blah. So I followed the Toronto Raptors model. The Raptors, they went into a city, a country that is largely a hockey country.
Yeah.
And they needed to put a basketball team there. So I remember reading Isaiah Thomas's book. And he talked about, okay, the most important people when they were setting up the Raptors were the DJ, the cheerleaders. To ensure that people come to the stadium. Then they will
atmosphere,
with the basketball later, right? So I was like, okay, cool. I'm not the smartest guy out there. Copy paste. Boom. Like DJ, drinks.
Yeah.
That's what my people will need.
Yeah.
So the first 2 Founders Fridays had more than 800 people.
Wow.
And we started announcing that everyone will get a free drink. So the organization I worked for, which is Norskin, and they're still running the Founders Fridays to today, we're like, oh, okay, cool. This has to go on. Then I went to a bank and the CEO of the bank, she's very visionary, a lady known as Pichet. They're like, we will be behind this. You have 800 people coming to this. We will support you. They cut us a check that covered the DJ fee, it covered drinks, and then I went to the drinks manufacturer, Bralira. I'm like, we have this amount of people. Could you guys come in? They're like, we'll provide all the drinks moving forward for free.
Wow.
So now we were sorted. DJs are sorted. Even Nohin was making money from the sponsors on this. So now we could build even a team around it to just focus on building Founders Fridays. But the end goal for Founders Fridays was, let's get the best entrepreneurs who have never been in front of anyone, give them a stage. Let's take it to, at the end of the year, get those best entrepreneurs, bring Africa's best entrepreneurs, bring them to Kigali for what we can call an Africa Week. And they're like, we're in. So we went to development partners and we ended up raising about $450,000 for that. And then Africa Week happened. It's happening again this year. And that explains the passion and pain point of
absolutely.
No one is helping to put our entrepreneurs on stage to get the investors. So then investors started coming. Then a TV station got interested. We started shooting it live for TV and sharing revenue 60-40 with the TV station.
Wow.
So it's you're like, let me just fucking do it. Because again, let me be a problem solver.
Absolutely.
Things will figure themselves out. So that explains the reason for ArCa Ventures. Passion, pain. And I'm like, okay, if I can raise this money, then I can raise more money for founders.
For founders, yeah.
And then give the best entrepreneurs the money. And they will solve for our continent.
Wow. That's quite interesting. And I like how you've basically, I think what I'm taking, despite that you haven't said it yet, perhaps you don't want to offend Nike, is just do it, get moving, exactly, get moving, get things done. And that's impressive. And we need more of that, people creating solutions. Now, I looked a bit into your website, and I think among your core values is, you're the founder first, and the second one is you're keen on innovation. And I wanted to understand, as a venture studio, are there specific sectors that you focus on, or you're sector agnostic?
We initially started as sector agnostic. I've had this conversation with Adrian.
Yeah.
Too many times. So we initially started as a sector agnostic, and you go for the low-hanging fruit. The low-hanging fruit in Africa is fintech, right? And everyone's trying to bank the unbanked. I'm rolling my eyes, by the way.
Buzzwords.
Buzzwords. Yeah. But with also Rwanda's direction, because we are fast in Rwanda, but we're building for the continent. There's a lot of sports growth there. So I love sports. I'm a sports addict. I'm up for NBA games. I was a decent sportsman in school. I played rugby. I play a lot of golf. I'm beating Adrian later.
Later today, or
let's see.
Badminton. I play tennis. Of course, swimming. Football as well. So Africa has a lot of talent, man. Africa has a lot of talent. Pascal Siakam started playing basketball at the age of 17. He's one of the top 20 players in the world. Joel Embiid started playing basketball at the age of 16. He's top 3, top 4 players in the world. Maluch
from South Sudan,
who grew up in UG, started playing basketball at about 15. He is today 20, 21.
Yeah, just got drafted.
Yeah, got drafted. It was very emotional, by the way. Yeah.
10th pick. That's a lottery pick, right? I mean, he's top 10 of his class.
Yeah.
So the potential, the talent we have on this continent is enormous.
Absolutely.
We just don't have the capital and the opportunities for them.
Yeah.
Again, let's be problem solvers. So I decided sports tech is where it's at. We don't have a sports tech hub on the continent. We've set up one with the BK Arena in Kigali, Zaria Group and Zaria Courts.
Yeah.
And so sports tech is now a very big bias of ours. Yeah.
Wonderful.
I can go to the next one. Yes. I think that's amazing. Sort of what you're building, the way that it came out of the seed of, Founder Fridays and the things that you're doing, and now Africa Week, which I'll actually want to know when the next Africa Week is, because this sounds like something I should have on my radar.
October. I'll reach out to my people at Norskin.
So your people will get in touch with my people. Okay. Okay. Here's one for you. I know. You've become that guy. Okay.
I'll talk to my people.
I mean, what's cool is you've already touched on a lot of the things I wanted to talk about, sort of how you got into this, what inspired you, and the different influences in sports and finance. I guess my question one is, why the name ArCa Ventures? Because I think that's something I've always wondered. But also in this journey of building the venture studio, what have been the biggest challenges so far?
I'll start with the ArCa Ventures is very straightforward. Arnold, my other partner, Kaine, and Alvin.
Okay,
well.
Gotcha.
So we just added our names together. The hardest part so far is it's a combination of two things. So I like to call myself a professional beggar. We're going to LPs all the time, right? So we're asking for money. It's begging.
Yeah.
So you beg on the side of LPs, and you beg the founders. One, to give them money, but two, to do what they're supposed to be doing. So a few years back, when we had that whole dome and we had all these African startups that were becoming unicorns, we fell into a trap. And the trap was the VC model. The VC model as is, I believe, doesn't work for Africa.
I think I agree with you.
Thank you, Timothy.
Yeah, but we'll have that conversation sometime. I think that's something that should be explored further.
Yeah.
It's probably
Okay.
not working as well.
It is not working for Africa.
Yeah.
So you find that most of our entrepreneurs are entrepreneurs out of necessity, not to build great companies or build companies beyond them. So it's, can I keep my lights on, food, So unfortunately, when this guy goes out there and pitches and you give him $100,000 and the person has never had more than $2,000 in their account, more often than not, there are few outliers, more often than not, he's going to buy a new phone, he will buy a car, an apartment, sort out his father, mother's problems, and he doesn't know he has to be accountable to the investors. What that has done for a very long period of time is our startups now start being blacklisted. Like when you put money in Africa, they won't build the companies, or they will disappear. They'll be in Dubai. And, there are a few people who have done that.
Yeah.
But that shouldn't paint the whole picture of what the whole ecosystem is. So then you look at what has worked elsewhere. So outside Silicon Valley, the other two countries that have built startups really well, three I'll say, is Israel, Singapore, and the finest area. The finest is Finland, Estonia, right? It comes as one. So then you look at the history of it. You're like, wait a minute. These guys first did something similar to venture studio, KPI based, right? So Timothy has a startup. I'll come to Timothy as a founder. I'm like, okay, cool. You have a great idea. Where are you right now? You're like, okay, I'm a B2C. Okay, what do you need? You need programmers. You need a marketing team. Blah blah blah. We take care of that. Then we give Timothy also a stipend to keep the lights on, monthly, something going, right?
Exactly.
To cover the Hunger Games, because guys, it is hard.
Yeah.
So then Timothy's focus is going to be to build this company, and then we come in as co-founders as well. Then we set clear KPIs. Okay, B2C, how many users do we need? We need 20,000 users in 3 months. How do we get there, right?
Yeah.
So then we're like, okay, we need 5,000, 10,000, 20,000 to do X, Y, Z. Then I'll come to Timothy as an LP, Adrian as an LP. I'm like, this is what we're doing. These are the startups we're working on. Please come on board. So our startups need to be handheld, our founders. They, to get the business acumen, to set up even simple things as a board of governors. Eventually, 10 years from today, maybe we could be at the current VC model, whereby you can give someone a check and look away because the discipline has been built. These guys haven't yet built the discipline. We haven't yet built the discipline. So then we need to put in the work right now. Someone has to do it. So that's why we do the venture studio model.
Wow.
Yeah.
And what's been the biggest challenge within that?
Biggest challenge there is founders.
Okay.
Being consistent. Being consistent. Again, when you take away that hunger, then people get comfortable. People get comfortable, right? Also, startup has been made to look cool.
Yep. I think that's true. I think,
when you see Jeff Bezos, the guy hits the gym, right?
He's looking like you. Hey, see guys turn on the TV to watch the podcast and seeing Nikes. Guys are looking fly. The guy's making startups look good.
Look fly.
But yeah, it's hard.
Yeah, it's hard work.
Yeah, so people
It's actually
want
Hunger Games.
It's Hunger Games. People want to be Jeff Bezos without putting in his time.
Yeah.
People want to be Mark Zuckerberg with all that judo without putting in the time.
Yeah.
You have to put in the time, right?
Yeah.
It's. I remember when we set up the fund. Initially, I was like, we raised $10 million. I called Adrian. I was like, okay. We had to scale that back to, okay, let's do a simple 2.5 to start. And then build a track record. Because it's not easy.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
Raising that fast $1,000, it's not easy. So startup work is hard. And it's going to take 3-4 years before you can even make your first $1,000. Right? So it's the biggest challenge is consistency from founders.
Awesome.
Staying true. Okay. I think, by the way, I think I need to point out to our audience. We are discussing venture building as a concept. I think there's an episode we did a couple of, must be among the earlier episodes where we discussed incubators,
Season 1,
venture builders, and accelerators. So, in case you want to see the difference and understand the difference between the three, and also appreciate this conversation better, we would recommend that you check out that episode.
And while you're doing that, like and subscribe.
Absolutely. Like, subscribe, and share with your friends, neighbors, enemies alike. So, yeah. We don't mind if you share with your enemies, So let's talk about product and market fit, yeah?
Yep.
I think you've also discussed a bit about, picking some entrepreneurs who you want to fund. But how do you identify and validate the startup ideas that you want to be involved in? I mean, from you described a case where you got about 800 founders. I'm sure out of 800 founders, perhaps only about 20 ideas or 5 even make sense. So how exactly do you identify and sift out the ideas that you want to be involved in?
One, I think any line of work or business is like a muscle, right?
Yeah.
Oh, the more you work at it, the better you become.
Yeah.
And then it becomes second nature. Of course, you'll get it wrong 1, 2, 3, 4 times.
Yeah.
But I kid you not, you meet a founder and you know if someone is bullshitting or if someone is actually putting in the work.
Yeah.
By asking a few questions.
Yeah.
And I don't have to know how your product works, but just from asking you a few questions about just yourself, it's easy to know that this guy is onto something.
He's a solid guy.
He's a solid guy. He's a solid guy. He's a solid guy.
I'm telling you, we need to trademark that.
I need to trademark that.
Make t-shirts.
T-shirts. I'm a solid guy.
I'm a solid guy.
Yeah. I think I need to do that.
He's a solid guy.
Yeah.
Business idea.
I know.
So you can easily tell if a guy is solid. You can easily tell if someone it's BS. So it's constantly working at it. Personally, I try to read about 40 to 60 pages of a book every day. I'll read the most random shit. And you find 5 years later, you find yourself on a flight and the guy sitting next to you is talking about exactly what you read about 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And then you have a conversation. You don't know where it's going to lead. Guys, you can't believe this happened to me when I was flying to Nai. So I'm always late for my flights. Adrian and I have been at a few weddings and I'm missing those flights.
Yeah. Okay.
So yes, I was so late for my flight. Luckily, I get there. I eventually get onto the plane. Yo, KQ leaves on time nowadays. So I then, for some reason, and guys, I'm such a firm believer in God. Like, you can't imagine. I was upgraded to business class, and the guy sitting next to me saw my book. He's like, I read that book last week. And we started having a conversation, and he's in the space technology, and he invests in startups. He's like, hey, can we get time for a lunch when you are in town and we see where this goes? And we just started talking about some random Anika Solar Storm facts from like 7-8 years ago. So the power of building and working on your own muscle every day, every time, you don't know where that is going to lead you.
Yeah.
You don't know when it's going to come through for you. So it comes down to the founders as well, right?
Yeah.
So with that, building that muscle of constantly checking out different founders from all over the world, I'll meet a David and I'm like, BS. You're not a solid guy.
So you sort of build that muscle, right? You get that muscle and that experience to actually
you're able
know
to make
who's
quick
who.
decisions. Yeah.
Quick.
That's okay. That sounds really valuable, especially with this type of work.
Yeah.
We've already sort of talked about some of the challenges and in this process of building this venture studio. What's been so far the highest high? What's the standout highlight in this journey so far?
Seeing founders optimistic. Because, man, it's hard, guys, it's hard. The times you meet guys and they've given up. And there's a founder we cut a check recently. I think it's a brilliant idea. And what they're trying to do is they're trying to collect data on African athletes so that the shoes that are made locally or from the Nikes and Adidas of this world are suitable to the continent, right? It's such a small thing, but it changes a lot. Dieting on the continent based off the food we have, right?
Yeah.
For our athletes, what do they need? Because maybe athletes don't need to eat pasta on the day of the game.
Yeah.
European athletes need to eat pasta on the day of the game.
Yeah.
So it's that data collection.
Yeah.
And then they had given up. It's a she, actually. She had given up and we were like, no, you're onto something.
Yeah.
We're going to work with you. And right now, when you see where she is mentally, and she's based in Nairobi, so hopefully she can give me some of her time to see, see her and have lunch.
Yeah.
And they are doing, I think, amazing stuff.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
That's amazing, man.
That's a good
So
high.
that's a high for me.
Yeah.
And then I previously helped a startup when I was still with Norid to go and raise $10 million. So being able to do their pitch deck and stuff, and when this money came in and receiving that fast phone call, we got the money. And those are proper highs for me. Yeah.
That's amazing. And you're really changing people's lives through the work that you're doing, which is really phenomenal.
Lord.
Amen. Amen.
In Kenya, we have a term say, "Ni God man say." It's God.
This guy needs to make t-shirts.
I know. He's got all the little.
Yeah, but that one is common. I have no rights to that. So let's talk about your long-term vision in terms of where you see ArCa Ventures and yourself as well. Where do you see ArCa Ventures and yourself in the next 5? I'm glad you already say that. I think in terms of 5 years and 10 years. So this question is very well suited. Yeah. So where do you see yourself and ArCa Ventures in the next 5 to 10 years?
One of the major players in Africa's venture private equity ecosystem. Very happy LPs, inshallah, as the Arabs say. Having great impact, being in more countries, right? Because right now it's Kigali, Nairobi, Joburg, and we are flirting with Kampala and Lusaka, Accra as well. I really love Accra, man. So I see ArCa Ventures as one of the major venture startups. I also see the K Financial as a leading Pan-African medium because like what you guys are saying, and I told this to Adrian, even before you guys produced the first episode, we need to own our narrative because no one is going to own that shit for us. But we keep talking about owning it and we are not doing something about it, right? So when you look at the biggest media houses in the world, they are state-funded to be that. Media has such a big impact on how people wake up in the morning, how they do work, how they go to their grind. So the stories you tell really matter. And we've gotten into a situation, we've fallen for the trap of just saying the negative about us and about ourselves.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with reporting what's right. As in, if shit is not right, talk about it, right? Yeah. I don't think there's something okay with just talking about the wrong, right? Look at the glass half full. It's not always half empty. So it's medium and teaching people changes so much. Yeah, and I think the teaching coming. My mother was a teacher. Adrian met my mom. My mother was a teacher, and I think that came from my interaction with her. We constantly need to teach each other. We constantly need to teach each other to be better, but to teach each other to be positive. So where I see myself is having a Pan-African media house that just tells great stories for us, by us. Yeah. And then a venture fund that could grow into a PE, maybe we'll raise a PE fund one day, inshallah, that could bring capital to African entrepreneurs. And we solve for our mothers.
Wonderful. Actually, while on that, I think there are two ideas I want to follow up on. Number one is I like what you've said about the tradition of VC not necessarily working very well for the continent. I think the concept of private equity is going to be here for a long time. That one, I don't think there are challenges on whether it's likely to be working. We may have discussions about valuations, which proper valuations work for the continent, and matrices that you're going to use. But I think that is going to be.
I think private equity is the low hanging fruit in the financial ecosystem that hasn't really been touched properly. If I had rich friends, private equity
Indonesia.
Yeah.
Amen to
Guys,
that.
pray for. I accept those blessings, and I pray God also accepts that. Yeah.
No, soon, inshallah.
Yeah.
I think private equity is such a low hanging fruit because there's so many what I call, or what has been called global boring businesses that just need a small tweak here.
Exactly.
If you have the capital,
Better processes, better management, and you
are off.
take off, yeah,
right?
absolutely.
I don't know if you've seen this, the Alpine, the private equity fund, right? It has grown to be one of the top 4 PEs in the world of a very simple model. They get CEOs below the age of 30 and put them into boring businesses.
Yeah.
Right? These are like MBAs.
Yeah. A lot of MBAs are doing that as well, right?
Yep.
You just out of grad school, you go buy a boring business, turn it around.
Yeah.
Plumbing
From a boomer.
business. It could even be something as simple as the roadside vendors, right? For us who lived in UG, it's the Chapu Rolex guy.
Yeah, because that's a business right there.
No, I've checked out cash flows of Chapu Rolex guys. My guy.
They're good.
My guy.
So how about we get into Chapu Rolex guys?
You talk about Obama chapatis?
Yeah.
Where did that go?
I don't know, man.
It's if those are put into proper systems by us who speak a lot of English, then those could turn into
Absolutely. And you know what another. So sorry, a little digression, but we're coming back. We were having conversation again with a friend of mine the other day about how, the way we have small businesses from a lady who is perhaps selling a few eggs. The next, basically, you find that in a radius, in 1 square kilometer, there are 30 women with small,
different little businesses.
small tiny business selling the same thing, selling the same product.
Yes.
And I thought, how about if somebody came up with an idea to make these guys co-owners of a business and help them manage it well, such that we don't have to have 30 women in one place, that they could be 30 business owners, and you're running it from a central place, and you're able to now reduce costs on your business. So that's what I'm thinking. Actually, the boring businesses could work.
Yeah.
It's hard work though.
It's hard work.
It's hard work.
Absolutely.
So someone has to do that hard work.
Exactly. And see the opportunity in it that basically makes it a better business and that runs much more efficiently.
You've solved for the ladies.
Yes.
For the mothers.
Yeah.
Who are building. You've made them business owners of something much bigger.
Exactly.
You're going to create better products. You're going to bring about better accessibility.
Yes.
Marketing. Boring businesses.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Are away.
That's the idea. But now on the next point that I wanted to ask you, as a venture studio, do you originate ideas, or you mostly work with founders who have already ideas which they're building? Do you sometimes originate ideas in-house because you already have a team, you have a whole structure? Do you originate ideas?
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
We do originate some ideas in-house.
Yeah.
We make sure we are co-founders with everything we go into.
Yes.
But you can't. I try to be as flexible as possible. You can't be one-dimensional.
Yeah.
We only originate ideas in-house because.
Okay.
Yeah, what if you don't have the best ideas in-house, right? And there's a founder in the system who has it. Yeah.
My idea could be maybe to create. I love green shirts, so I have like 20 green shirts, and it's just simple for me. It's easy peasy.
Yeah.
So the idea could be maybe to create green shirts out of wood, right, or some shit. And it sounds brilliant after
in your head.
Yeah. Then you go and put Adrian's money into that.
Yeah.
Hey, my guy. So we do a combination of both.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. And now we have the next question I'm going to ask. We have already alluded to it, so I'm happy if you just touch on it briefly. But I would like to know what trends in the African startup ecosystem excite you the most at the moment. You know, when you hear that about the African startup ecosystem, you're like, I'm glad that is happening. What are those trends?
Look, fintech is always the low-hanging fruit.
Yep.
Always the low-hanging fruit. And I think we've barely scratched the surface of fintech. Because banks as they are, if they don't evolve, they're gone, right? They are gone in the next 10 years. No one is going to be going to a physical branch anymore. When you use some of these applications, and now that they're even going to USSD codes to ensure that everyone has access, the mobile phone penetration has been great across the continent. And the more it happens, the more it's going to take away a lot of things. So I think fintech is always the low-hanging fruit.
Yeah.
Sports technology, guys, it's a bias of mine, but sports tech, is it? Of everyone at one point will be doing some form of sports.
Yep.
Or has been doing sports. So I think sports technology, like, imagine having a stadium here.
Yep.
Right? And the stadium is brought to you literally here. And you have a courtside seat.
Yeah.
Right here. And you are watching the game and interacting with even the other courtside people right here. That technology hasn't yet been built properly, right? Someone is going to go out there and build it. Entertainment, where everyone is flying for these Chris Brown and Beyonce concerts. Imagine that concert being in your house. So sports and entertainment for Africa, I think it's going to be the next thing.
Yep.
Another thing I think would be within the green space. Not sure where, not certain where, but the green space, because we're having a lot of climate change effects, right? How cold it is in Nairobi this time of the year is not how it used to be.
No, I think it's now sort of gone to normal.
It's so good.
Yeah, because I remember it used to be a little cold, like around this time of the year.
I'm
when
still
I was
not used
younger.
to it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I wasn't here then, but for the time I've been here, Nairobi gets, when it's really cold, I'm like, wow, this is way colder than it used to be.
Yeah.
And it gets really hot, freakier nature events. It's just weird.
I was in SA two weeks back, and it's pretty, like, this is the worst winter.
Yeah, I heard Cape Town's really cold right now.
Really cold. This is the worst winter South Africa has had in a very long. There is snow in Durban, right? So the climate change, Kigali, it's raining in June. It never used to rain in June in Kigali. So the climate change is really happening to us. So whoever solves within those spaces, I think. I think there's those could be the trends, right? So sports, fintech always, and then the green space.
Also, I particularly like the points about sports and entertainment on the continent, because people love those things. We love sports, we love entertainment. So for us to be able to bring that home and actually be owners of that and embrace it here, I think that would be phenomenal. So two really final quick questions, I think, or maybe three, depending on how much time we have. So one is, I think you know this question because you're a friend of the show and you've been watching the episodes. We're transporting you to the future and we're putting you in front of the next generation of founders on the continent. And you get to say one thing to them. What would that one thing be?
Fail early. Fail early.
Elaborate.
You guys, you can't beat the process. You can't beat the process. It's you have to go through the process. So the earlier you start, the earlier you will fail. And how quick you pick yourself up from that failure is what's going to make you as an entrepreneur, as a person, as a human being, right? I think we take too long trying to be perfect and just fucking do, man, and fail on to the next one.
Okay.
Fail, man.
So it's the just do it, but with an F in there.
Fuck up early.
And last one from me. So we have a surprise question. That's sort of what we always do. And you've watched the show, so you know. I know if I ask you superhero, whatever, you're gonna already have the answer for that. So the question for you this time is: I understand recently you scored your first ever hole in one.
Oh, nice. Congratulations. That's big.
So
man.
first of all, congratulations on your hole in one.
That bill wasn't nice.
I saw your stats, the stats about how few people actually get to, hit a hole in one in their lives. What was that like? What was the feeling like? What did you do to achieve it? And how much was the bill?
No, I'm not talking.
Okay,
about
great.
that bill was.
Did you have
ugly.
insurance?
No.
Okay.
I'm going to get insurance next year, inshallah.
Okay.
The next hole in one.
Yeah, but that's being too cocky as well.
Yeah.
No, I just. So I had a shit front nine, like a shit front nine. I played 50 something front nine. I took a beer.
Yep.
Halfway house. I'm like, let me just enjoy the back nine.
Yeah.
And I started playing well on the back nine.
Yeah.
Then I just swung through, and the guys immediately told me, they're like, that looks like it's in the hall.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, because the yardage is about 200
Yeah.
yards. I'm like, and it's not an easy hole.
Okay.
I'm like, nah. So I walk behind the guys. I'm sure I'm on the green.
Yeah.
But so one of my friends who I was playing with, David, starts recording. From the moment, he's like, I think there's a hole in one. Let me just capture this shit.
Just in case.
Just in case.
Wow.
He starts recording. Then he's like, he gets there before me. He's like, it's a fucking hole in one.
Wow.
He said, okay, cool. It can be done. My guy, my confidence levels
Yeah.
are just through the roof.
Yeah.
Every time I've gone back to play golf,
Yeah.
I can do it. I like.
Right.
Yeah.
I really don't care. I'm like,
You need that one.
You know
moment.
it's possible.
yeah, you
Yeah,
know,
That's
it's
amazing.
possible.
To make you know.
Congratulations,
I'm part of
congratulations,
that
man.
2%
Very
in the world.
very happy for you. What club was that? 200-yard par 3?
Par 3. No, I used a 6 iron.
Nice one,
nice.
nice one. Well done, well
That
done.
means you also your swing is also quite good because if you can drive it 200 yards from
Very good.
with a 6
I
iron.
was lucky. Gilmore swing.
Wonderful.
Awesome.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
really nice. So, tell us something interesting that you've learned or discovered this week.
Learning to forgive.
Huh.
Learning to forgive. I've struggled to forgive people as a person because I believe, and I'm not being righteous here or think I'm holier than thou. I've never intentionally hurt someone, like never. And I think it's an advantage of growing up both the advantage and disadvantage of growing up as a single child, right? Because when you don't have siblings, you don't get into that home politics of this is my soda, this is my drink, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
You get what you want when it's there. Like whatever is there, you have access to it easily, and it's you to determine how much you can take. So growing up like that, I didn't know. I didn't understand why someone would hurt another person. Like I had never understood that. But I was naive to it because that's not the reality of the world.
Yeah.
So whenever someone hurt me, it was very personal. Like I'm like, nah, I'm not going to talk to you. I could enter a room and you're the one person I don't talk to. And I'm like, but that doesn't fit with the person I want to be, who I am. So last week, this week, I'm having coffee with a friend. Shout out to Yvette. And we're talking about everything and nothing. And we're talking about my spiritual journey. So I fast twice a week. So I fast on Mondays for my friends. So I ask my friends, okay, what do you want to pray for? Then
nice.
I'll just put in a prayer for them.
Yeah.
Then I'll fast on Thursday for myself. Like, okay, I need to fast and to teach myself how to forgive and ask God to teach me how to forgive people because there's no need for me to hold that energy. There's no need for it. So learning how to forgive is the thing I've learned like properly this week and how to deal. So Yvette broke it down for me because I told her I need to learn how to forgive. She's like, okay, just start by saying you're forgiving them. You're forgiving them. And then, so that's the one thing I've learned this week.
Wow.
Amazing.
Profound. Every time, a conversation is good when you have to end it. But there's still so much more you can talk about.
Nah, you're being nice to me.
No, absolutely. I think
too
absolutely
nice.
we've totally enjoyed this conversation, and I think there's so much you could discuss.
Yeah, we'll have
we
to
could
do a
even
part
have
2.
a whole conversation about the VC system, how the VC
Sorry for
traditional
being
VC is working
Don't worry.
in Africa.
I've already
and what-
learned to forgive you.
Yeah, learning.
That's
Yeah. That's a good one. But thank you so much for making time for this guest episode and for the gems that you've shared, the conversation we've had. It's been a good one about your ArCa Ventures and the journey you're taking and the passion, Pan-African vision for Africa and the passion for all that and then the unique areas that you're looking forward to going into. So if somebody wanted to engage further with you, where can they catch you? Social media handles or
The Real Kwizera across all social media handles. Just drop me a DM. I'll respond.
Okay.
It's on my people.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll respond. Also drop, Kwizera at arcaventures.vc. That's our email address. That's my email address, sorry. I will respond. So yeah, just social media, man. It has made it so easy
to reach out and get in touch.
Yeah.
All right,
Awesome.
wonderful. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe if you haven't already. And if you have any questions or comments about this particular episode or a topic you'd like us to cover, please let us know in the comments or send us an email.
Can I ask a question?
No. Yes.
Timothy, why you said no? What was how did you guys get together to do the Full Scale podcast?
Oh wow, that's a whole other episode in and of itself. If you want to know that, you're gonna have to follow along the next episodes. But we'll tell you this offline.
But you guys are doing fucking amazing, man.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
love the pod. It's very educative. It's the content that we need on the continent, and just gives hope, man.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Should talk partnership with the K Financial.
Absolutely.
I don't have the money for you guys.
Yes. Thank you.
Absolutely. So it's very good to have a gentleman who has been following our podcast from the beginning up to now, and we're really glad that you were able to join us. And guys, thank you so much for tuning in. See you next week or the other. And indeed.
See you in Kigali.
Absolutely.
We should shoot an episode in Kigali.
Let's do it. Looking forward to it.
Yeah. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks.
Cheers, guys.
Goodbye.
Cheers. Aye.
Bye.